You mentioned your legal background. The case that is front and center is House, which is a class action lawsuit that has the potential to have billions of dollars of damages. And depending on who you talk to, has the potential to either shake up or almost eliminate collegiate athletics as we know it. Again, I think this is often looked at through the lens of the A5 and the NCAA as a whole and the revenues that they have. But for your presidents and chancellors, how much are they looking to you for answers right now about the legal potential of that? That's one case. There are others, of course. How much of your time is spent on this now?
I would say a significant amount. The legal landscape, and it's not just the legal cases, although those are significant. You mentioned House. There's also a Hubbard case dealing with Alston back payments, if you will. There's also the Johnson case that relates to student athlete status as employees. And then there's the state action, right, from states passing their own laws that are different across our country. So there's no shortage of challenges. We actually invited in the NCAA's general counsel and senior vice president of policy and governance who attended our chancellor and president's meeting in October. And we spent a couple hours really doing a deep dive on what these cases are and what could they mean for the Horizon League. I mean, what do they mean for college sports and the NCAA as an enterprise? And then for those in the mid-major space, what does this mean and what can we do to try to be part of the solution? So it is absolutely on our presidents and chancellors' radar. I do a briefing document to them every meeting we have. And we put in gray highlights like changes, and every document there's a significant amount of highlights because it is a pretty dynamic environment right now in terms of court cases, appeals, and just understanding when you read something, okay, what does that mean relative to when could this case come to a conclusion and what might that mean? And I think we're still a few years off from any of them because of the appellate structure, but they are significant and it's absolutely on our minds and our radars. The issue is we're not a named defendant, which means we're not in the room, if you will, for the legal strategy. So we appreciate the briefings that we receive. And then really what that translates into is, okay, how can we be part of the solution? Well, part of it is to engage Congress because we know we're going to need some congressional relief on some of these issues, which may be a whole new podcast. But that's where I think our presidents and chancellors understand the importance of making sure our congressmen and women know about these incredible opportunities for our 3,000 student athletes that are heavily subsidized, like to the tune of about 80%, not generating revenue that offsets the expenses. Yet we believe in the model and we're providing this pathway to education through these awesome athletic opportunities.